Alright guys, so it's about 4:30 in the morning. First week of training now, and you can see right now I'm wearing PT gear. So depending on the time of the year, so right now it's December obviously, so it is cold. So depending on the time of the year, right now it's still in summer schedule, meaning that we PT in the morning because it's usually cooler in the morning. So it is December, we're in Texas, so that's going to change. It's gonna change next week actually. So we will be PTing in the afternoon after next week. So normally during the summer schedule, you'll get into your PT gear, right? PT gear in the morning, and then you'll do PT immediately when you get there, and then you go about the rest of your day. In the winter, you do PT in the winter time. Around 2 or 3, I can't remember, but yeah. As you can see, MTIs, right? We have our own PT gear, which is pretty nice. Don't have to wear Air Force PT gear. We got our own. It's Under Armour, so feels good, looks good, and I prefer it. So alright, so it is 4:45 a.m. It's gonna be our last week PTing in the morning, so we're gonna do that. It's their first week learning the PT program, so it's a lot, and they're gonna get their first week initial PT test this week as well. So there's a lot of things that you got to make sure that you're doing. Obviously teaching them PT, because back when I went through, it was just push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups. Then you ran for 30 minutes, 6 days a week. But now we have more of a, I would say, in-depth PT program. There's a lot more workouts and stuff that you get to do, such as a strength day that obviously it involves strength. Then there is a CIT, which is kind of like HIIT, high intensity interval training. That gets your cardiovascular endurance up, and then there's obviously your run day. So I would say it's more in-depth. It gives you more options, supposed to help with injuries, because a lot of the trainees come out of, or a lot of trainees show up literally off their couch, you know, haven't prepared, so they're very prone to injury. So that's what we got going on right now, teaching them PT, doing PT, and then their first week PT test to kind of gauge where they're at. Obviously, they're not all required to pass with the Air Force standards. That's what's called a glide path, so they'll have numbers that are kind of acceptable in the first week of training, and then the third week there's going to be numbers that's, you know, more stringent, and obviously the last PT test, it needs to match the Air Force standards. So we'll see where they're at this week as far as PT. This group, I think they're gonna be for the most part okay. My last flight won top PT, so PT is my thing, right? I enjoy working out, so I enjoy pushing them with that, doing PT with them. So we'll see what they're like, but I have high hopes for this flight. But yeah, it's actually pretty cold right now. I think it's in the 40s. Can't complain though. I really gotta find a different way to hold this camera because I keep launching it every time I use it. But I decided to move pretty close to base. I live off base still, I bought a house, but I decided to live fairly close to base, obviously because of the job. But oftentimes you gotta get to work pretty fast, and what you don't want to do is run into traffic, especially at the gate. Depending on graduation, usually Thursdays, you want to expect to come to work earlier because the traffic will be backed up from all the family members trying to get on base. I know last graduation, I literally left an hour and a half early, and it took me an hour and a half to get through the gate. So the nice thing about normal days is that because of these odd times that we go into work, normally we don't have issues with gate traffic, but I can't really speak on everyone else that have that normal 9-to-5 job. But yeah, it is almost 5 a.m. about to be on base, going to grab my stuff, get my notes ready, and get all the notes for the mornings, things we got to do, because it's going to be a jam-packed morning for them. A lot of processing, medical, dental, you know, glasses, dental work, make sure everything is annotated that they need or they've done, along with the records. All that stuff is happening this week. Just a lot of processing. Same thing like last week, getting them a custom. At this point, they should have an idea of what they're supposed to do, so it shouldn't be as hectic as your week, but it's, you know, you're trying to develop habits and trying to teach things to a giant group of people that have never done it. So, you know, there's still that learning curve, still that, you know, time that they gotta figure it out. So definitely during this week, it's that time to figure it out. So we'll see how they are. I didn't see them on Sunday, so they had their day off from the instructors. So we will see how they are. Hopefully they're not too bad, better than last week. That's really all that you can ask for, is better than the week prior, the day prior. So we'll see how they are, get them processed, get them in the morning, get my tap out, try to get everyone on the same page, get a bunch of stuff done. The goal is to try to get ahead too. You want them to be taught a lot of things like drill and some of the dorm things, so you give them that time to be able to apply and actually work on their craft, right? You get better through practice, so that we're gonna be applying that concept in this week especially. So alright, so we are here. So just like last time, unfortunately I can't bring the camera inside, but we're gonna get them, wake them up, get them going, get this day going. Motivation, get stuff done, then I'll see y'all after when I get off. What's up, guys? So I'm just now getting home. It is around 1500 and I am tired, I'm exhausted, but yeah, today we had their first PT test. We kind of changed how we did it, so a little bit of a learning curve, but other than that, it was a lot of processing for their appointments, the medical records, for those that need glasses, all that stuff, getting all that medical stuff figured out. But yeah, today was their first PT test. The biggest thing with first week, excuse me, is just getting them through all their processing, making sure that they have everything that they need. And that goes with like the uniforms, make sure the uniforms are correct and all that stuff, because right now they only get issued PT gear. They'll get their actual OCPs in the 3rd week of training. But for instructors, right, it's kind of you know, now you've been doing this for about a week, you start to get tired because you're high level, but you got to make sure that you keep that standard, so you're teaching them what they're supposed to do. And at this time, or at this point, hopefully you're starting to pick things up, so it shouldn't be as hectic, as chaotic as it was last week, but it's still, you know, it's still learning for them. So did their first PT test, same thing like we did last week, trying to make sure that you're getting them accustomed, still teaching them a lot of new things. And it's a little bit different with this week. It's very jam-packed because it's Thanksgiving week, so we actually have that off, which is not normal, right? We normally don't get days off like that, so it's really nice that we have Thanksgiving off to make sure that we spend time with our family. So we'll have it off, put them on schedules, make sure, you know, they know what they're supposed to do. Everything is, you know, put down on a schedule, when they eat, what they do during this time, blase, give them some time to talk to their families as well. But yeah, that's really it for this week. I'm really looking forward to getting it done. And you kind of go week by week. The weeks of training starts on Sunday, so they go Sunday to Saturday. So the closer you get to Saturday, you know, now you kind of know you're moving forward, and you know, you're getting stuff rolling. But yeah, I appreciate y'all watching this video. Hopefully y'all like this series. I kind of enjoy doing it because again, I've never seen anybody do this kind of these kind of videos, kind of explaining what it's like on the other side. So it's kind of nice to, you know, give my perspective to all y'all that are looking to become MTIs or just curious about what it's like on this end, because it is different. It is a whole different story, a whole different scenario, because you know, you go through BMT and you kind of see it from one perspective, which is as a trainee, then you go the other way as an instructor, and it's like literally night and day difference. But yeah, I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you hit that like button, hit up the comments if you have any questions, and make sure you hit up that subscribe button if you have any questions or you don't want to miss anything moving forward. Appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see y'all next week.